Hello and welcome back to another Music Therapist Reacts video where today we're going to be taking a deeper look at the new Pretty Reckless song, I Am Death. I hear songs a lot, and as a music therapist, I like to find out what they're doing both musically and psychologically. And I heard this one at work the other day and thought that was a really cool song, but I haven't had a chance to really dive into it and see what we can use it for because I believe music should serve a purpose, and I love this song. It was a really cool song. So I'm going to dive into this one and talk about what we find deep in the lyrics. So let's go ahead and start. So right away, I love that intro. It almost seems like it needs to have more notes. So we have I cut but I don't bleed. There's no reaction to any pain. There's nothing inside of her. We have that feeling of emptiness. So now this person is secluding themselves. So a lot of times we have that needle in our spine feeling, that's numbness. You say you're feeling pins and needles when your hands and feet go numb. And that's what that is, that numbness crawling up her spine. And that feeling of loneliness, emptiness. So here we get to the chorus. I love mid-chorus, they changed kind of the feeling here. They didn't change the time signature, but they decided to take more of a swing beat with it. So let's take a look at that chorus. We talk about, for I am death and I can feel I've got my hands on a wheel. So this, the singer, I believe Taylor is her name, has experienced a great loss, great tragedy. There's been some sort of grief that she's trying to go through, and her mind has split. But that's actually something we see when going through traumatic loss and traumatic grief is the brain can actually split. It almost creates a new personality. In order to heal itself, the brain actually slows down other processes and can get rid of our memory ability. It can get rid of our decision making ability and rationalization functions. And ultimately, that kind of creates a new personality that can kind of break off from the old one. We almost lose a piece of ourselves. You hear the idiom, "Oh, I've lost myself," when, so and so has died. And it creates a new person when you take away from the whole. And this person has basically made a new personality. They have personified death in order to deal with the loss that they're feeling. So there it's like we're taking pieces away from the whole thing. They don't feel whole. I love this pre-chorus so much. It's this old technique that's called tone painting. It's when the music is actually they're using the melodic movement of the music in order to reflect what the words are saying. That numbness is creeping up their spine, but the music itself is actually getting higher and higher and higher as they go. And I love that. I just think that's a really cool musical motif they've got there. You don't get that a lot in punk music. So absolute kudos to them, because this is a really cool and complicated song. You don't get this level of depth in music a whole lot with punk or hard rock music very often. And now we have the bridge where we have yet another musical motive going. So this person is personifying death, and now, in their mind, they might be hunting other people. Having some sort of perhaps psychotic incident where they're coming after others because, in their mind, after this loss, they have become death themselves. So this person has the feeling that other people are kind of secluding her. Perhaps the new personality she's created, this death character, this death personified, is scaring people. It's making them run away from her. Um, Maybe that's what she wants, maybe not. They left it pretty open to interpretation. Well, all in all, this is actually just a really cool song. Uh, just not even just musically, but also melodically. You know, we see a lot of they change to swing rhythms. We change the style up. We don't change the time signature, but they play around with the feeling of it a lot. There's almost a swing. There's very automatic, very uh, syncopated rhythms here, but there's also a feeling of looseness that you don't get a whole lot with punk rock, and I thought that was really cool from this song. But I just love that allusion to becoming death because when we have traumatic loss, when we have traumatic grief, that absolutely can be something that happens is we view ourselves as someone else in order to process and handle it. This definitely sounds like a song from somebody who is lonely and hurting because they've lost someone very special to them, and in order to psychologically deal with that, they're pushing other people away in their life. They're hurting. Perhaps they're scaring others because of the person that they're becoming. Um, and I've witnessed this a lot at my own hospital. You know, people, when they're hurt, they lash out at others. They try and become something that they think is evil. They just don't want others to get close to them because they can't handle it. The brain just shuts down other basic functions and puts all its focus on trying to heal that trauma, and that's where we get a lot of, bringing up bad memories is where it's not doing that so well. A lot of nightmares, a lot of intrusive memories that comes in. The brain is messing with your memory function basically in order to heal, but it's not doing it properly, and that's when we get those intrusive memories from, repeat experiences, and those can be super hard to deal with. But I really like this song because it's showing an honest portrayal of what can happen when we lose somebody or something that's very meaningful to us. And I will absolutely be using this at work. This is a really cool way to allude to that personification and the way the brain kind of splits whenever we go through trauma like that. And also, on another fun side note, I found out when I was looking up this song that the lead singer Taylor Momsen, I believe it was actually the little girl that plays Cindy Lou Who in Jim Carrey's The Grinch. So that's really funny to find out. I'm sure she's tired of having people laugh at that, but I just thought that was really funny. She grew up and made a really cool um, punk hard rock band. Now, this song is a great way to show what happens whenever you lose somebody who's super important to you and what happens when we're just struggling with grief, but it's just a song. It's way different if you're going through that yourself. So if that's you, if you're really struggling with grief and loss and you just need somebody to talk to, please do not find a permanent solution to a temporary feeling. You can call or text 988 and the hotline will help you and they will put you in touch with things that you need in order to help you through that. Please find a professional to talk to. The internet makes it easier than ever nowadays to be able to find somebody who can help you through with whatever your problem is. There are text therapists, there are online virtual therapists in person, just whatever you need to help you through that. There's never any shame in reaching out for help. So if you enjoyed this, please give this video a like, leave a comment down below, and let me know what you think I should dive into next, what song you would like to see me look at and do a video on. So until I see you next time, keep up that fight against awful music.